Boo.
All right. Guess what, guys? We're live.
I don't think
Are
I could
we?
eat a whole baby, but I mean, I could definitely try.
I mean, I could eat a whole rack of like baby back ribs, no
Oh
problem.
yeah, easy.
And I mean, ribs are like, especially on a baby, are like the majority. I think. So I think I could. Yeah, I think I could do
They're
it.
mostly cartilage at that age. Anyway.
Oh man, you can eat just bones. Eat them all
Get the marrow.
Well.
Get to the marrow pretty quick.
pretty quick, and that's where the gold is. Well, anyways, welcome to Disorderly Decisions, everybody. For any new people, we do not eat children. We give them to Cthulhu to eat. But I am your humble. I wouldn't even say humble. I have a little bit of not. What's the opposite of humbleness?
Pride.
Yeah, I guess I know. I have no pride in myself at all. But we won't go into my personal beef with my own self. But anyways, I am the DM for tonight. This is Random Storms over here on a Disorderly Decision. How is everybody doing?
I think I'm doing all right.
Pretty good.
Good now that we ate babies.
Well, hey, we are years younger thanks to that. You know. Well, good. Well, besides the hot button issue of eating babies, I'd like to talk about another hot topic, or a hot take, rather. You know, we live in a very divisive world nowadays where people's opinions can often get them canceled and have issues and stuff like that. So I thought, why not start tonight's session discussing one of mine? So, cancel me for this if you'd like, but hot take coming in. Evasion is overpowerful. There, I said it. It is too fucking overpowered to be able to completely negate damage if you pass, where most saving throws are dexterity based in this game. I think it's bullshit.
I haven't gotten to use it yet as Nixie. You don't take this away from me.
I'm sorry. I think it's bullshit. I think it should be if you fail, you take half damage. But if you pass, you still take half damage. Because that is horseshit. Because by the time high level rogues and monks are going against like ancient dragons and shit like that, their damn dexterity saves are already too damn high. And to take no damage makes no sense to me. I don't think it should have damage on a save. I think it should be evasion. Half damage on all dexterity saving throws. That's it.
Or like quarter
That way you're
damage, maybe.
No,
What
not even
about-
quarter damage, damn it. Just half damage. That's enough.
Nixie's so squishy.
Well, she's also level 7.
She's so tiny.
So what that tells me is
And-
Vader
and-
has no intentions of ever playing as a rogue.
Nope. No, actually, I love to play as a rogue and I love to play as a monk, but I hate playing with them. Because I think evasion is OP.
He looks at them, jealousy burning in his eyes as they don't take damage from the dragon's
Hey.
breath.
Well, that's what I'm saying, dude. Okay, a fucking high-level wizard casting Meteor Storm on you, which hits in 4 different places and explodes at like a radius of like 40 to 60 each meteor, and you just take no damage because you happen to roll one point over the save. Horseshit.
Yeah, but like, what do you have that protects you from, like, you know, the wizard just being like, okay, 4th level banishment, get out of here, punk.
Well, banishment's a Constitution save.
Yeah,
Well, actually, it's
no
charisma.
rogue
Actually,
in the
it's
world,
charisma.
no
Actually, it's
rogue in the
charisma.
world is passing that. They're going on a fucking trip.
Banishment is charisma, and rogues usually have high charisma.
They might have high, like, in the stat, but they don't get any proficiency bonus. So a high-level wizard's just going to be like, get out of here, punk. Wizard's got to be
Yeah.
tactical about this. He's got to think.
Meanwhile, I, as a sorcerer with high charisma, still gets banished because I rolled a nat 1.
Well, see, sometimes that happens.
Truth.
But see, if you were a rogue with evasion, you roll that natural 1, you still take half damage. And I think that's all you should get. I don't think you should pass and get no damage. It makes no sense.
I think at that point you should just replace the ability.
I feel like getting rewarded for passing should be something, though.
You're getting rewarded. You're getting half damage.
But if you,
Yeah, but
you
everybody
fail, you
gets
said
half
fail,
damage.
half damage, pass, half damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, either way, you're getting half damage. So you are getting rewarded. You're still doing better than everybody else because even if you roll shitty, you still get half damage.
Yeah, but that's the same. So if I had a ring of resistance, I still get half damage.
Yeah, you get half
Look,
damage. You're
look,
welcome.
my ring of fire resistance just says ring of evasion on it.
Well, listen.
And then it says asterisk, for fire spells only, but that's besides the point.
I'm just saying, it's OP. It should be redone. You should
Not sure if I agree with this take.
Well, that's why it's a hot take.
I think you
But,
can replace the skill if you really don't like it, which I think is kind of fair.
What are you gonna replace it with?
I don't know. Feel like rogues, like actual ability, like class ability or subclass abilities, aren't sometimes that cool. So maybe you just replace, you add another subclass
true.
ability there. I can
Maybe.
be talked into that.
Or maybe just be happy to take half damage no matter what.
Wait, can I find it?
This is what you join us to
well-
listen to, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, we're starting off with controversial opinions, hot takes, if you will, and I've been thinking about it all day. So it's just it's just OP.
Here's a gift for you, Vader.
ridiculous. I'll look at it. Don't know about that one, Chief. Well, you know what? Over here, I am Chief. So going
Dies today.
going forward, there will be no evasion.
Well, we don't have a rogue, so. Well, no, you can't take that away from the nails. Bag of nails, no.
Oh no!
No,
yeah.
you let him have it. You said it. Bag of nails,
Too
poor
late.
man. He just
Too
lost his
late.
way to survive.
Bag of Nails is dead.
No, he's not.
Got
He
us
said
out
he's
here
too cool to
killing
have an
Bag of
off-screen death.
Nails.
I lied.
He's actually gonna die of old age while we were gone.
He didn't have an off-screen death. I did a secret stream yesterday that nobody heard about, and he died there.
That's as off-screen as I'm concerned.
That's it. It was on
No,
my
it's
screen. I watched it. I narrated it very graphically.
But Nick's
Well.
grandfather.
Oh God!
Nixia's grandfather.
I mean, I see that. That tracks.
It's my next character in Orcanis. I want to play Bag of Nails
I'm down.
from this game.
I'm down. I think it's probably equivalent level of where you guys are at. I don't know exactly what his challenge rating is. He's dishing out some pretty heavy fucking damage.
It's because he's got poison tipped arrows. If I took that away, he wouldn't be doing nearly as much. Anywho, think about it. You know, evasion's OP.
From here on out, everybody in Rhyme gets invasion.
Hold on.
Tell us how you feel
Hold on.
in the comments.
I had a rogue, a fairly good rogue. You yeeted 3 goddamn fireballs from flaming skulls. He survived all 3, and you still slaughtered all of us.
Well, yeah, but I didn't slaughter you with the fireballs.
Everything else did?
I slaughtered you with the horde of undead and demons that I sent after you.
Yes, but see? So, the evasion didn't do shit for me.
I feel like Vader's statement there was, "But did you die?"
Did you die from the fireballs? Listen, when you're down in a cave that has a shit ton of demons and you're sitting there having a discussion of what to do with a torch in your hand, you're gonna get fireballed by flaming skulls. Either way, rocks fall,
What
everybody
is
dies.
time in D&D?
Welcome to session 0 of our new campaign, Babes in Toyland.
What?
Yes. That's got to be made a horror campaign, though. I'm sorry. That is some creepy
It
shit.
absolutely will be. It absolutely will be. We are playing in the Puppet Master universe. You've all been brought back to life through horrible, horrible rituals and experiments. Nope. We continue the Storm King's Thunder playthrough as we are in Everlund on our journey northward to Silvery Moon. You guys arrived here last session and kind of got to explore some of the town. You saw a very distinct looking tower that radiated magical energy that almost beckoned to you. You guys found yourself at the inn where you not so subtly told the bartender that you have someone's favor and you'd like to cash it in, to which they did their best to brush you off and get you to, well, not talk to them so loud. And it took quite a while for that to get sunk in. While that was happening, Millie was getting some of her pocket change stolen by some youth that she then responded by casting deadly spells and murdering them viciously right in the street.
Hundreds dead.
Yeah, hundreds dead. I bet they wish they had evasion, but too bad it's not a thing anymore. And now she made the youth trip and eventually got some coinage back, and on the display of magic caught the attention of High Sorcerer Varel Ruhadin, who extended a bit of an invitation to the tower to Millie. I don't know if you guys did anything too crazy in this town.
I mean,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Currently, Adelaide and Resic both have a charisma score of 30, but Adelaide has an intelligence of 1, and Resic has an intelligence or a strength of 1.
Oh yes, you guys drank some fizzy bubbleick. But no, at the current moment, that'll be it. Those effects will have worn off, so you guys are back to your normal stats, whatever you had in them, because you guys had finally took the hint to go to your room, and you waited there. And after all the hubbub downstairs kind of filtered out, there was a knock on your door, to which the bartender, the half-orcish man who you were tasked by Tamilyn Zoar from Calling Horns to bring this letter to, knocked on your door and came inside and stated to you that this area is heavily policed by not only the Harpers, but the Zentarum. And that is where we are tonight. The half-orc shuffles in, looks out into the hall to make sure no one had followed them, and closes the door behind them and locks it, looking frustrated as they turn to you guys who are now all awake. Do you mind telling me what you were doing? Just running your mouth off about the Zoars. I mean, are you new to this? Do you not know what discretion is?
Well, I mean, I wasn't given instructions. She just handed me a letter and said to come here and give it to you and ask for a favor.
Do you not know who the Zoars are at all?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Not from around here.
Well, he shakes his head, kind of runs his hand through the back of his hair. Jesus. Okay. Well,
That's some new kind of god.
yeah, he's a new one. You might not have heard of him. But anyways, don't get me off track. All right. Well, I mean, at least putting some of the things together, 2 and 2, could definitely surmise that maybe waving around a favor out in the open was not a good idea. Can we at least agree on that?
I mean, again, not given instruction. I spent most of my life in the wilderness. Cities are gross. But honestly,
Lynn was just cut in and go. We eventually understood, I think.
So okay, well, no, I'm really just trying to grasp the whole idea of this crew here. You seem to be seasoned in some sort, but you come into a town of which you're not familiar with, asking for people of which you don't know just because somebody told you to come here. You did absolutely no research at all.
It wouldn't be the first time. We did that with letting somebody know that their grandfather died not that long ago.
Okay, so you're all right. Well, telling somebody that, hey, your grandfather died might have been a little bit better than just saying, hey, I have the
A letter
favor
from
of this
someone?
person.
well,
I was there for that, to be fair. I was dealing with other matters.
I mean,
I'm not
Yeah,
even
he
sure what
seems
we're
to-
doing.
He seems to be mainly talking towards Restig, but like really directing it to the whole room.
again,
Well,
not from a city. I generally try to take people at their word. It's worked out well for the most part. We helped her out,
yeah,
and she knew we were
Sure.
traveling, so she knew which direction we were going and said, hey, can you bring this letter? And he'll help you out. We don't have
yes,
anything.
this
So why?
this really worked out well. This
It
This
did.
really worked out well. This place, of all places, which Temlin wouldn't know because she hasn't been here for a while, but this place has already had its it's running with the Harpers and the Zentrum, who like to keep a close eye on this place. In fact, some of those people that were downstairs while you were waving this favor around were of just those said groups. So, the fact that I'm even here is. It's honestly, I'm starting to question my own thought process here. But what is it that you want? Maybe it's, and I hope it's something that I can deal with shortly, and that way we can part ways, and I don't have to deal with anything else about this. What do you want?
We wanted a room at a fair rate and a meal. While we were passing
Well,
through.
you got one.
Well, I don't know about fair rate. Some of those
Oh,
beverages
trust
were
me,
pretty.
I was very fair.
Well,
The amount of
Look up.
trouble that's bound to come from this, I was very fair.
just wanted something to drink. Jeez. Anyway, real quick before we get into favors and everything, who are the Zohar? Because it seems to be a big deal that none of us apparently know about. And did we do something bad? Like, did we piss, besides you apparently, did we piss somebody off? And should we be worried about said Zohar?
When is going to wince at all this? Hey, Ressig. I think yeah, we got under his skin a little. Let's try to be more polite here.
Oh, but it never works when I'm polite. People think I'm scary. But when I'm blunt, people tend to respond better. At least we get answers. Sometimes they want to hit me for it, but
Win just pinches the bridge of her nose.
Ressig smiles.
All right, how about we start this way? Hi, I'm Millie. Nice to meet you. And she'll extend her hand out.
He doesn't shake your hand. He's like, to be honest, I don't care what your names are. The less I know, the better. You're obviously here on behalf of the Zoars. You think they could get you some sort of favor. You know, you're just another group of people coming here to try to exploit the fact that they're nobles. So, what is it? Gold you want? Yeah. There's
I'm
no
sorry.
way that you've not
I think
heard
there's a
of the Zoars.
misunderstanding. Okay, so
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
yeah, we're from like kind of all over. We met in a very weird way. We've been traveling
You ever been
together
to
for a
Waterdeep?
while.
And have you ever been near or to Waterdeep at all?
I
No,
don't think so. I mean, maybe like for shopping with my parents once, but I would have been so young I wouldn't even remembered that.
Okay. The Zoars are a family of influential nobles that moved here from Waterdeep a century ago, about. Scandal followed them from there to here, but somehow they have managed to gain enough political influence here where now one of their members is high up on the council. And Tamlin likes to exploit this fact, sometimes sending people like you here to gain favor. So, again, what is it that you want? You want money? Magic item? You want access to the tower?
I already have that.
Well, good for you.
I got invited today, actually. It was kind of cool. I accidentally got robbed, and now we're here. But like that, I think. I'm sorry.
That's
I
great.
really do think that there's a misunderstanding. We don't really want anything. We just wanted to pass through the town on our way up to Silvery Moon.
This isn't a misunderstanding at all. I'm starting to understand what really happened. So you come in here, shaking this thing around, get the attention of all the Harpers and all the Zentrum that like to hang around here, and now you have an invitation to the tower, which I have to say can only be done by order of the council. So yeah, this is great. This is some sort of sting. Who'd you meet?
I was literally, we were dropping off the carriage and the horses because you said you didn't have a place, and then we were out in the some kid tried to pickpocket me. I wasn't really aware that we weren't supposed to use magic. I used some ice on the ground. He slipped. He didn't get hurt. I made sure of that. I healed him after just to be safe. And then some guy approached me and said I wasn't allowed to use magic in the town. But he said that I was talented in what I did, and then I could come to the tower tomorrow.
Did he say what his name was?
What was his name? And she's like gonna like pause and like really think about it for a little bit. It began with
the
a
previous
V.
episode.
Verel, something like that.
Verel Ruiden. You just so happened to bump into one of the high sorcerers who sits on the councils.
I had no idea who he was. I mean,
listen, I don't need to hear anymore. I don't need to hear anymore. I have no affiliation with any of this.
From you. We just wanted to stop here in passing. We were just told to deliver a letter because we killed the troll. That was all.
Awesome. Congrats to you. If you don't want anything from me, then I'm leaving. I hope you have a wonderful night and a wonderful stay.
Ressig's kind of off.
Hold up here. All right. You hear about the Giants? Do you have any information on the Giants? Why don't we just take information on the Giants? You look at the group.
Resic
Why
is
would
over in
I
the
have
corner
information
raising a
on
hand
time?
as well.
Why are you raising your hand? This isn't a classroom. What is wrong with all of you?
Well, I was kind of
Very
told.
nice.
I was.
Just out of character, just let me state what you guys essentially have done. You have come into a bar where like a guy sometimes gets like rumors and information and been like, hey, this place is being watched by the CIA and the FBI, and the FBI just invited us to their headquarters.
Sounds pretty cool. But Resic, it's just kind of like hand up. Well, I was told not to talk so much, apparently. But I mean, not for this, but we do need a favor in that we are the lords of what used to be a haunted town, and we're trying to make connections with people so we can have some support. Because it's a very small town with not a lot in it. So that's the only favor I can think of. But if we can get out of here with our skin intact and... I mean, magic item would be cool, but I don't know. I don't think I need to ask for that. So I'll be quiet now.
You shouldn't.
When we'll go? No, that was a good question there, Rissy.
Thank you.
If you want a meeting with High Captain, I can try to set that up. I can't guarantee anything. But why don't you operate under some discretion while you're here in town for however long you are? And maybe, and this is just a recommendation from me, you find other lodgings after tonight. That way I don't have to worry about people who are probably going to be watched the whole time you're here, coming in and out of my place.
I mean, that's fine. We're sorry if we caused you any trouble. We didn't mean to. Can you recommend a place for us to stay tomorrow night? If we
Literally
decide
anywhere
to stay?
else but here.
Not familiar with the area.
When we'll go? I mean, if we're just on our way to Silvery Moon, we don't have to stay here 2 days.
That's true. We could just head out.
Even better.
You said you had a meeting at the tower. Maybe we could go there just and then leave from there if it doesn't take too long.
That's true.
When we'll just look at the man, and she'll go, kind of look at the group and goes, well, we don't have anything else to ask him. I think you're good to go, mister.
Well, if you know somebody who's good at who could be beneficial to a small town, if they could try and make some arrangements with the people of Noanar's Hold, we're headed north, but we can come back through here. We'll make sure to stop here when we head on our way back down from it.
When she starts shaking her head like rapidly, and she goes, nope, I don't think we'll do that. We should not do that. That would be really unkind to him.
Okay. But
I'm sure he'll find a way to let us know.
But that drink was really good. What was that, by the way?
Are we done here? I'd like to go to sleep. It's been a long day.
You could go to bed.
Well, sleep well.
Thanks.
Again, we're very sorry. We'll pack up and be out of your hair tomorrow.
Not sorry.
I will get word to you on the status of your favor when I can. A word of warning. Keep your eyes open. Like I said, you might as well have just come in here and painted a target on your back.
One other question. I'm very sorry to keep you any longer. So, I've heard of the Zentrum before. I haven't heard of the Harpers.
He sighs and he's like, how? Just how? Okay. Alright, well, if you've heard of the Zentrum, then just think of the Harpers on the same level as them, except higher status, and with more lofty goals, and with the presence to back them. They have a better reputation that gets them into better places than the Zentrum. But do not be fooled. They know how to play cards and keep theirs close to the chest, if you catch my meaning.
So carry on with caution. Got it.
Just, yes, carry on with caution. Take everything that's told to you with a grain of salt. You never know when you might be getting played. Good night,
Good night.
I guess.
Sleep
I
well.
want to double lock this door. He shuts the door behind him.
Wynn will go lock the door, and she's gonna just look at the group seriously and go, so I have a suggestion. We grab the ponies and we leave.
It's been a long
Right
day.
now?
We can go sleep out on the road somewhere else, and not here.
But
Probably spend so much money.
Kind letting us know that we just made ourselves get to the Zentrum Harpers.
Well, I mean, what about the tower tomorrow?
Well, I don't anytime soon. But if we get drawn up into some kind of city conflict, I think that's going to be a problem. Again, this is just my suggestion.
well,
Okay, so we had a couple watches already. So it's really not that much longer until morning, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this was super late at night.
So, like, it really wouldn't be that much of a stretch to say just staying here another hour or two and then heading out would be a problem. I mean, this is the group out of character. I guess, or in character. I don't know. It really doesn't matter, I guess, at that point.
I mean, we're already here. The thing is this. We're already here, and if somebody's going to be watching us and somebody's going to potentially come into a populated building to attack us, what's to say they won't just follow us outside of town and attack us in whatever camp we make? We're already here.
It's also
We're already
kind
comfortable.
of suspicious if we just leave in the middle of the night.
It also might look like we just got told to, piss off after being annoying. Like I said, I'm just thinking where we're good at and where we're not good at. And I don't think we're good at the skullduggery stuff.
With the what?
Like the sneaking and the politicking.
There's like a large part of it that's like, is that what we're doing? But I follow. It just amused me.
I think we should just stay here till the morning, and we can leave early morning. That's just what I think.
I'm also a little concerned about my ponies. I have to be honest with that.
That is fair.
You think they're gonna do something to the pony?
Well, we're all eyes are on us now, and they're worried we brought something in. I think they're gonna toss anything we have.
We did leave before it was like associated together, though, so they might not realize.
And then I came back and kind of associated us with them.
That's true.
Not my brightest moment, but again, I didn't know we were playing any games, any sneaky games here. I just thought we had a letter from little town mayor.
Yes, the next time we have a letter, we should probably use a little more discretion.
I think next time we have a letter, we might just consider asking them if we can open it.
I mean, I don't know. Did he even open the letter and read it? Because the favor might have been in there. It wasn't a favor for us, right?
It was I think it was Tamerlane or whatever. I don't know. I never met her, but I think she was demanding that he do a favor for us because he owes her one, something like that. Or Zoran, I don't know. Winters waves her hands. I don't know for sure. I'm worried about my ponies. But if we want to hold out till morning, I think we can do that too.
Upon hearing that, Millie literally just kind of was crawling into bed.
Yeah, Adelaide gets comfortable under her blankets already there. She was probably under the blanket still.
When if you want, I can go watch the ponies.
I do not agree to that. I think Resic should stay in this room and shut up.
When we go, I wasn't gonna go that far. I don't think we should be running out alone.
All right. Well,
I appreciate the offer, Resic. It's just I can't tell you to go risk yourself by yourself.
Really, it's just the Harpers that we gotta worry about. We know Zentrum, kind of.
we have not ended up on the good side of them at all. Every interaction we've had has not ended well for us. So I wouldn't say we're safe from them. Not even by a long shot.
Well, they're kind of a larger organization, and not everybody knows everybody, so we probably could just play it off like we knew somebody.
I don't recommend doing that.
Maybe I'll wrestle through her bag and pull out the thing that the snakes gave her.
When is just going to...
Oh no!
And go, why?
You went robotic on us halfway through that.
Wynn runs over and throws a blanket over the symbol. He goes, why?
I didn't pick it up very high. It was low. I gave one an alcoholic beverage once. I didn't know at the time. They liked me, I guess. She puts it back in the bag.
So the Zentrum are like the bad guys. They like do crimes and stuff. And like the Harpers, they're generally good guys, but they'll also be annoyed if we're allowed. That's how they work. I am just a cleric of Ilmater, and I know that. So here's what I'm going to tell you. We sleep, get a couple hours of sleep, get the ponies, and get the hell out of here. That's my vote.
So no tower.
Also, we need to get Resic back to their sister. Adelaide's already asleep, probably.
I was about to say you just hear like snoring coming from Adelaide. Oh, she got a hangover. She's like done.
I'm fine to keep moving. I don't have anything here.
They said that they knew stuff about my family. I just wanted to go talk to them for like an hour.
And
I
I'm
don't
not.
trust anyone here, though. That's the problem.
I mean, could we just do that on our way out of town anyway? I mean, we'll be packed up and ready to go, stop by the tower for an hour, and everything's good. What's the harm in that?
Win goes. I'm not saying there will for sure be harm from that. I'm just saying that we want to look like we taught to absolutely fucking or freaking no one. She doesn't curse. Freaking no one. We leave. That way, no one can assume we took any sides. You see what I'm saying? We go to the Harper Tower. Then it looks like we're talking to somebody and making a deal. The Mr. Half-Orc fella just told us we should, be careful what people told us. And I'm just going to point out, Millie, you got robbed. And then that man knew exactly where to get you unrobbed at.
He didn't. He sent the kid to go get the unrobbing, right?
And the kid, a pickpocket, just listened to him. And he
Well,
just
there's
happened to
magic
be
involved.
there right when a magic user such as yourself just got robbed. You see what I'm saying?
Is this whole thing a trick?
That's why when you go to cities, it sucks. Oh, hey. Sorry. Alright, is anybody else gonna say anything?
Millie just looks disappointed as she's kind of staring at the ground.
I don't know if it's a trap.
You just hear under the blankets, Adelaide's like, you all should get some rest. We should talk about this after we wake up in the morning. Otherwise, we won't be able to hit that button.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that button as well. When goes and lays down. It's like a big teepee in the sky.
Just pulls the blanket over her head, goes to sleep.
Somebody should keep watch. Just say.
It was my watch, I believe.
I think I'm morning shift. Right? Or was I the night shift? I
When
do not
will
remember.
go? Zurag, maybe stick a door next to the door next to the chair. A chair next to the door. I'm tired, and she just rolls over, and shoves her head into the pillow.
Surag just breaks the door,
Barricade the door.
put it next to
Yeah,
the door.
breaks the door down, puts a chair in the doorway.
Like that?
They'll never get past this.
That's beautiful.
So you guys just returning back to bed?
Well, I'm going to return to watch however long I still have on it.
Okay. Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
$11.
So aside from just subtle creaks and settling of this building and the breathing of your sleeping companions, you have no disturbances on your watch. We kind of pull from this view of everybody settling in, you sitting there on watch, to outside, traveling, our camera traveling through the window, where we see in the corner a small spider descend on a very thin piece of thread. It lands on the exterior windowsill, sits there for a moment, and it begins to descend down the length of the building. Where it lands on the street below, it begins to scuttle away. And we follow this spider, its 8 legs carrying it quickly, as it moves down into an alley. And as it passes into an alley, we can see a shadow elongate and form into a humanoid figure. We see this figure pull over a hood onto their head and slink off into the fading darkness as the sun begins to rise. Come back at the finish of whoever's last on watch, finishing their watch. You may all click that button. Rays of sunshine peek through the curtains inside your room, waking you to a new morning. You can hear people outside getting an early morning start, but it also sounds like there are a number of voices coming from downstairs in the tavern part. As the new day comes on, what do you do?
Can we recognize the voices, or is it too low from where we're at?
Too low. Even putting your ear to the ground is just very muffled.
Well,
We'll just say again, I have my preferences, but I understand if we want to go to the tower first. I just want to get my ponies.
well, I'm not exactly interested in going to the tower as far as magic is concerned, but if you guys want to get everything ready, I can go with Millie. If everyone's worried about problems with people, I think we'll be fine, though. What else could possibly happen in the city?
I love your spirit. I admire it. We're not splitting up. It's just call me a worrywart, but when we're warned, hey, keep an eye, watch your back. I generally take those seriously. It's just, I travel alone a lot. It's dangerous, So I think we get the ponies. If we're gonna go to the tower, we go as a group, and some of us sit out in the carriage. Millie goes ask her questions, and then we leave. I'm all for go get the ponies, leave. We've stepped in doo doo here. Let's go clean our boots,
That's an interesting way to word it. I don't remember stepping in anything, but you know what? I like it. I do have to find some know-it-all people to ask some questions about something I'm looking for, but I guess we'll probably find a lot of those in Silvery Moon.
I mean, Silvery Moon's, like one of the gems of the North. We're gonna find people we need to talk to there, and get you guys to a temple.
The wind's trying to take us all to Jesus over here.
I really like the new guy. I read the pamphlet he gave me. I don't know what this plus sign is, but I don't know. It's really appealing.
Lowercase t. For time to leave.
I think it's like when was the closest to like I'll pray for you this morning as it gets.
So let's get this day started. We'll find some ponies. Missing.
Alright. Let's y'all get ready then. When we'll reach into her bag and pull out the hairbrush. She hunts down Millie.
Millie is still securely underneath the blankets.
I did have a thought though. Millie, have we thought about just doing my little talking trick to try to find your folks?
We have not discussed that.
Maybe we'll think it. Maybe we should do that eventually. But
See, the thing, like about a character, Millie thinks her parents are dead, and the only thing that's like indicated of anything was from Shoal. So, like, I'm not even certain that means that they're alive or not. That could just be like some sort of magical thing that's gonna happen. So, like, I'm not really sure how that pans out with that.
I think if you're telling Wynn this, she's just kind of sitting there thinking she'll go. I really do think we should. I think if we get to Silvery Moon, we have a shot. You think that Everlund's magical tower is impressive? I mean, she goes. Just wait until you get to Silvery Moon.
My only other question is if it don't show up, will that ruffle feathers? I don't like.
It didn't sound like he said you had to go. It just was an invitation.
True. Well, let's assume it's an open invitation.
No.
And what?
The hell?
He's brushing your hair.
Darn. Not.
Oh.
Please don't pull that hard. We can assume it's an open invitation, and if we want to, we can discuss and possibly swing by on the way back. How about that?
What?
From what you said, it didn't sound like he's a guy that really expects people to not show up when he invites them.
Look. Alright. Middle of the road option here. What? I feel like the person piloting me forgot his name, but I remember his name for sure. What's his name again?
Whose name?
The wizard.
Vayril Ruhudin.
Vayril. I can contact Mr. Vayril. How about that?
Forget you have that spell.
I mean, if
I
you're
met him
worried,
last night, so I can message him.
I mean, if you're worried about it, I can go to the tower and talk to him too. I mean, It's a cool looking tower.
It is a very
you
impressive looking tower.
How do you not
It's
want to
the fact
go?
that if we go meet them, we're making a statement about where we stand. And
There's
we
a
don't
knock
want
at
to
the
make a
door.
statement about where we stand.
On the ground, right?
There's a knock at your door.
Drag will go and answer.
You answer, and you see a young, like a youngish man, probably in like his early 20s, in like plain wizard robes. And he slightly bows as you open the door, and he says, "Good morrow, good sir. I am here to collect." And he looks at a small scroll in his hand. A Milia Alexo. I've come to escort her to the tower.
Oh, I guess it's too late to make that decision.
There's just a crack from the hairbrush, and Wynn looks at the broken handle in her hand and goes, "Ah, drat."
Told you he wasn't gonna expect anything other than her showing up.
I was invited too, actually. Very specifically. He said I could come along.
If the door is all the way open and he sees the hairbrush get burnt, the man will. Oh, I can help with that. And he holds his hand out and casts mending and mends the brush. If you still need a moment to get ready, I wait downstairs. I just wanted to announce my arrival and that I'm here to escort you.
Well,
Thank you. We'll be down shortly.
I shall wait for you downstairs then.
There aren't all these morning people.
well, I'm all ready to go. I don't have to do anything, right?
Wynn just does like that.
Yeah.
Ponies, tower. Ponies, tower. Tower, ponies. Ponies, tower.
Well,
I'll go get the ponies if you guys want to go. We'll give you an hour.
No! Splitting! Ah!
well, at this point in time, I don't think we have a choice because you two were invited. The rest of us weren't, unless one of you wants to convince this gentleman who showed up to bring us along. I could try and convince him to take us with, but again, when I try to be nice, people are scared. Be cool to go to the tower, though.
I can ask if all my friends can come.
Well,
We'll do that.
maybe. And if it's a yes, maybe we could just swing by, pick up the ponies on the way there, and we'll be good to go, right? Where was the stable in relation to the tower? Is it the wrong fucking direction, or remotely kind of maybe in the sort of right direction?
To be honest, I don't remember, so we'll just say, relatively close.
Okay.
Not towards the tower, but in your area.
Okay. So easily detourable on the way there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, probably it would probably be more so like over the bridge, like towards the entrance that you guys came in.
The tower?
No, the stables.
Oh, yeah.
But there's another gate nearby, though.
I think we crossed back to get to the stables. We're over here.
You knew. Oh, well.
So let's
Go ahead.
move.
Millie, let's go talk to that man, and we get the ponies. Everybody goes tower. Someone says split up. They're a doppelganger. I've confirmed it.
No. Head down. Realize, when you leave a place, phone, wallet, keys are good to go. Got my bag. Got my hat. Should be good to go.
That last minute thing at a hotel where you had to like check under the bed and everything just to make sure something's not there.
Check the
Yeah,
door
you're
to
like-
make sure you didn't
You're
leave
like,
a sock.
I never put anything inside any of these dressers, but I'm gonna check inside to make
Yeah.
sure.
Yep. The fairies may have moved something of yours into there. Okay, so y'all triple check your rooms, make sure that your phone chargers aren't being left behind, and you descend downstairs where you see again this young man waiting there. He's got his arms folded behind his back and just kind of staring around a room that already has a number of patrons in them. They're kind of just sitting there, and some of them do cast glares towards your way, but go back to their own business just as quickly. And as you rejoin up with this young man, he says, "Okay, Miss Alexa, are you ready to go?"
Yeah, I do have a question though. Would it be all right if I brought my whole group of everybody with us? Because they don't really have a whole lot else to do today, and they said the tower was really cool, and they wanted to see it too.
Oh, well, the tower is quite fantastic, but I apologize. I certainly couldn't permit this amount of audience. I'm afraid the invitation is extended only to you.
I was invited too last night. I was there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was only told for Miss Alexo here.
Is that all right if Wynn comes? If she was mentioned or was welcome to come by, I'm gonna have to look at his name every time.
Varel.
Varel.
Well, if you were personally invited by High Sorcerer, I don't see why not. I don't know why they wouldn't have left a message, but perhaps they are all constantly busy. Sure. Yes. When was it?
Yes, Miss Wynn, sweetheart.
Oh, it's a wonderful name. Well, if the two of you would follow me, I apologize for the rest of you. I wish I had a recommendation of what you could do, but I mean, Everlund is quite a nice little town. Perhaps you could explore its streets, and we have a few shops here and there.
Any idea how long this is going to take?
I wouldn't dare surmise the dealings of the masters.
I mean, if all else fails, we can just wait here in the common room for you guys and have a drink.
I think you should go check on the ponies. Here's the keys, and Wynn throws an apple over at Zurag.
So one hand catch it.
We will go see the ponies, and then we will probably head towards the tower and just stay by the entrance because we can't enter.
It should be stocked on baked goods. You can pass out whatever you want.
It might not be such a good idea first to just wait there.
Well, we got nothing else to do.
But
You guys could go to the other tavern, maybe.
so what you're saying is we can hand out pastries to everyone? Why don't we just ride the cart around in circles passing out pastries? We just so happen to be near the tower.
I mean, that is my service in the name of Ilmater. So, go ahead and do that. Wynn is going to very subtly, not subtly, fuck it. She just gives Ressic a thumbs up.
Okay.
She's not ready to pull out her hair.
Ressic is gonna look at the wizard guy, the guy in the robes. So if I tell you I was invited by this same high sorcerer guy, I could come in too?
Were you?
Was that him asking or the DM asking?
Yeah, no, that was him asking.
Okay. No, I guess not. I just thought the tower looked really cool. And I had a question.
Oh,
I
yeah,
wanted to
again.
find somebody. I'm not the most educated person, and I wanted to find somebody who was really, really, really smart and ask him a question.
Oh, well, perhaps you could ask me your question and I could bring it to the attention of one of the masters.
Oh. Resik's gonna pull out the shield that has a large emblem on it. So this shield is I believe they were called the Stormhammer clan. It's a dwarven clan. I have no idea where they live. I have no idea who anyone else's name is. I just know that I met one of them. They gave me this shield and this war pick, and I want to know where I could find them.
Oh, well, I can tell you that. Have you ever heard of Sundabar?
Can I say no? Because again, not smart.
It used to be a glorious city. It was Mirabar's sister city, but now it's more of a shattered ruin. You see, back during the War of Silver Marches, it was destroyed by an orc horde. But before then, it was a mighty fortress. Most of the dwarves there now live underground.
There or somewhere else?
There, defending the last bits of its ruins. Although I have heard that there have been more frequently reported orcish activity as of late. They've been added at all times. It's actually one of the things we discuss highly in the tower. But it's the reason why Everlund is no longer part of the Lord's Alliance is because of Sundabar. You see, when they were being attacked, and he kind of looks around and he's trying to he's getting a little bit of ahead of himself, and he looks around to make sure that he's not just saying the wrong thing. Yes, the Lord's Alliance they kind of abandoned them, and because of that, Sundabar's king was killed, and it really did a lot of damage to the Alliance with its human and elf neighbors. Here in Everlund, the city itself, by the order of the council, decided to show solidarity with those of Sundabar, and we left the Lord's Alliance. However, there are some of those who still claim allegiance to them.
Oh.
But if you're looking for the Stormhammer, that would be the best place to look.
That was easier than I expected. Thank you. Sundabar.
I read a lot of books.
Resig will kind of turn to look at Wynn. You know where that is, right?
Sundabar?
Yes.
I mean, it's northeastish.
Okay.
So, let me see here. Where are the Sunber Hills?
It might be off the the Sword Coast map.
Nope.
I think I remember seeing it when we were traveling because you were talking about the dragon.
It should be northeast-ish from.
It's northeast towards Mirabar. I'll bring you guys over to the actual map here so you can see.
Chugman may have loved those books.
Aha!
Oh,
So it's
not too far.
1, 2, 3, 4-ish days.
Well, you actually cannot go this way.
Well,
You
down.
have to go around.
You can't go down the road?
So this road ends into foothills.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we've done that before.
Well, out of character, Chugman's just saying, Dritz Du Erden had a bad time in those hills, and none of us are Dritz Du Erden.
Yeah. But with that, he says, "Well, if there's nothing else, Miss Alexo, Miss Sweetheart, would you follow me, please?"
Yeah, we'll follow. See you guys soon. And she'll like wave as she walks out behind him.
All right, bring us back over to Everlund map. So the rest of you go and grab the cart. Doesn't seem like anything has been touched. Looks like everything has been secure. But you guys go to the stables to get them while Millie and Wynn follow this man up to the more northern portion of Everland. And you guys can see this tower from like all over the place. You know, I haven't done too much exploring, but you can definitely see it towering over the rooftops of the district that you're in. And as you get closer and closer to it, it doesn't seem to do anything but loom taller and taller. Finally, as you get close to it, once again, it sits on one of the higher knolls in the city, and you can see now up close that it consists of 4 narrow cylindrical towers that are joined together. Surrounding it is a dry moat that has multiple ports that look like they could be opened to quickly flood using a system of cisterns and pumps. Crowning the roof is an open turret, but you can't really get a good look at it as it's too tall, and by the time you get this close to even see that there's a turret, you are craning your neck to look to the top. The man walks towards this moat, which to you doesn't look like there's anything to cross it. It just looks like he's about to walk right off into the moat itself. And as he steps forward, he kind of disappears out of sight. Do you continue?
I think I'd probably just stand there and just be like, stand there and just be like,
I think they have some, little magic tricks going on here.
There's a moment, and then like a head just pokes out. He's like, "Oh, my apologies. You are more than welcome to step through. You are under invitation."
Millie will walk through.
That wind follows along.
You step through, and you guys find yourself on a drawbridge, and you're walking over towards this tower. And as you enter into it, you see that there are a lot of people here. A lot of people are wearing wizarding robes as well as traveling cloaks. There are people who are also clearly staff. But you also see a majority of people wearing leather and iron armor. There are 2 posted up here at the front, and then there seems to be a number of them posted in other areas, kind of keeping watch as you go through. As you guys follow this young man, he brings you in through a main courtyard where you see there are a number of wizarding students who are dressed similar to him, who are practicing magic, either by reading enchantments and casting offensive spells towards stationary dummies, who are practicing defensive spells in a sparring match against their fellow student. You could hear the words of arcane influence kind of drawing on the innate magical power in here. Millie, you feel this more so than Wynn would. But Wynn, you still can't help but feel the magical energy pouring from this place. And as you continue to walk by, there's a man who is leading a group of other like higher up looking more decorated mages. They're wearing a strange cloak, or robe rather, that has these weird patches all over it. And as you get passed by, you see that some of them seem to be of like some sort of like mundane object, like a chair or a ladder, but then like some of them itself seem to gleam and sparkle with magical energy. He walks supporting some of his weight on a staff that the gem resting on top of it is emulated in red magical fire. And following alongside him is a small winged cat. It moves in and out of like his footsteps, not causing any type of hiccup in his gait at all, as he seems to fluidly walk by. And as you do so, the only time this winged cat strays from the path here is when you guys walk by, and it moves off from this man and starts to do figure eights in between the legs of you, Millie. Bumps its head up against your legs, and you can hear it purring, flaps its wings lightly, and as you are looking down, it looks up at you. It's got a black head that transitions into a like a tan body. It's the black fur kind of stretching underneath where its wings meet its shoulder blades. Part of his wings have that black, where the very tips of it are more of like a blondish gold to match the rest of its body, except for its 2 back paws, which are also black, like little black socks. It flicks its tail happily as it meows softly, and just kind of keeps moving in and out of your legs as you stand there.
Why aren't you a pretty kitty? And then she'll kind of like put her hand down gently to like see if it'll approach.
It tentatively sniffs your hand, doing that little cat thing where they kind of pull their head back with any subtle flinch of your fingers to try to stretch out for you to pet it. And then after a second, roll me a charisma check, please. Yes, just a charisma check.
Here is a charisma check. $22.
You hear a clicking noise, like somebody clicking their tongue from behind you, and it almost causes you to stand upright because it sounds like it's right behind you. And as you stand up, you turn and you look, and you see this man with his flaming staff looking at you, his eyes almost burning the same way that his staff does. But he smiles, and you can see that he's not looking at you, but he's looking at this cat. And it's almost as if, like, you could see that he's having a conversation in his head. And after a few moments, he nods, looks up at you, smiles, and nods again. And then he turns away, and you turn back to the cat to pet it, only to see a process of it splitting into a second cat. One of them walks away, continuing following this man, while the other one that just duplicated stays by you and puts its head into the palm of your hands for you to pet it.
You're a very special kitty, aren't you?
There is it's almost like a visible spark of a connection, and you feel this animal bind itself to you.
I think Win will just mutter, "Well, I'll be."
Does it look the exact same as it did before, or does it look different after it split?
This one, as that connection happens, it did look like the original one, but now its patterns start to change, and you may describe what this cat looks like as it changes to match your personality.
Bubblegum pink.
Oh, it's like the breed of cat of Sassy from Homeward Bound.
She's a Siamese.
That was the most random call out ever, and I was like, I recognize Homeward Bound too. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that. She looks like that.
Okay, so like grayish fur on the body with like a little blackish on the snout area and like
And then
tips of the
black
tail.
paws. Yeah.
Yep.
And then the piercing blue eyes.
Very good. This thing has wings, of course. So this is known as a tressum. I want to say you've seen these before, but I could be wrong.
Wasn't there one that was
But
scouting Noanar's hold?
No, there was one in the very beginning of our adventure at Nightstone.
Oh.
It didn't belong to anybody that you knew of, but it was there. But if you would add, you can do it on D&D Beyond as a companion. You can add a tressum to your character sheet.
Okay.
Never gonna hear the end of how going to the tower was the right decision now.
It was.
There's a bit of a slight chuckle from your escort, and he says, "Oh wow, can't say I've ever seen somebody bond so quickly to one of them. Usually takes a lot of study from us to even build up the ability to connect with them. I still haven't been able to do it. You must be pretty powerful."
Thank you.
I can see why you got an invitation here. But we shouldn't delay any longer. I know High Sorcerer Rudin. will want to know that I brought you here quickly. So please, continue to follow me. It takes you, and you eventually end up the way that you're going, the hallways and everything that you're going past. You just can't help but question, like, how does all of this fit in these towers? In fact, where is the start to one of these towers? Like, eventually there's got to be some sort of ascending staircase somewhere. And it takes you a few turns of hallways and stuff before you finally get to the bottom of a staircase that seems to ascend upwards, spiraling upwards. Your escort continues to walk forward, and you see they just kind of disappear out of sight for a moment as you spiral up, and eventually you come to a door, a singular door that rests right off of the landing. He knocks a few times and he waits, and you don't hear anything, but he raises his eyebrows as if he is answering something in his head, and he opens the door and steps to the side. Well, Miss Alexo, High Sorcerer Rudin will see you inside, and Miss Sweetheart, or is it Sweetheart or Sweetheart? Am I pronouncing it correctly? I don't want to be rude.
It's Sweetheart.
Sweetheart. I see. Well, Moon Lord Yaranus would like to speak with you.
I can oblige him.
Oh, great. Well, if you'll follow me, Miss Alexo, yeah, you'll find High Sorcerer right inside.
Sounds good. Thank you. She'll enter in.
Well, before you leave, Wynn will just kind of give Millie like a pat on the hand. She goes, You find a way to reach me if anything goes on, okay?
You do the same. Millie will walk away thinking to herself, I don't have sending.
Wynn saying, fireball the tower if you need to. I'll come running.
So you walk into this room, the door shuts behind you, and when you and this escort descend downward, we'll find Moon Lord Yaranus in a different part of the tower. Follow me this way. And begins to descend. Inside, Millie, you step into a grandiose-looking office. At the far end of the room is a large wooden desk that is stacked with all types of baubles and parchments and books. Behind this desk is a expansive-looking bookshelf that is packed inch by inch with books, and adorning small pedestals and placards are a number of contraptions that all seem to hum with magical energy. It almost looks like you stepped into Dumbledore's office here.
Very cool.
In fact, as you approach, similarly like in Dumbledore's office, there is a bird perching on the near the high-backed chair of which the man you know as Varial Ruhadin is sitting. In this, in the light, in the warmth of the room, his skin seems to radiate even more warmth than it did when you first saw him out on the street. You can see he quietly lifts up his hand and hands this bird. It's not a phoenix, but the plumage almost makes it seem that way. But it's got these piercing silver eyes that almost seem to be more like the first thing you see before you even approach it. But as you walk towards this area, it takes that small little parchment from the man, opens its wings up, and as it flaps, it almost like flaps them inward and upward, and you watch as it just disappears.
Oh wow.
High Sorcerer Beryl looks at you again, this kind face, almost in a perpetual smile, eyes closed upward, and joy. Ah, Miss Alexo, so glad you could make it. Hopefully you had no trouble entering the tower.
No, it's been a lot easier than I expected. Everybody's been super nice, and everything's been really cool.
Well, that's good to hear. Usually those who come in through our walls have a bit of trouble the first time they are here. But never mind you that. Did your friend also make it inside?
Yeah, she did. She's with the... Oh, shoot. What was his name? Millie would have remembered. I just...
Moon Lord.
Moon Lord.
Yes.
She's going to
Daviana.
the Moon
Daviana
Lord.
requested her her presence this morning. She didn't have trouble as she entered, did she? In my morning duties, it slipped my mind to include her in the invitation when my escort wants to get you.
No, she didn't have any problems either. We both were able to make it in really easily. Thank you.
Well, that's very, very good. No doubt because of the influence of the Moon Lord. However, I will admit that when I invited you here, it was to test just how well your magic was, and the fact that you had no issue and seemed to have bonded with Tressum shows me that I was right in your arcane prowess.
Thank you very much. Yeah, the cat just came over to me, and I bent down to pet it, and then it split into two. I've never seen something like that happen before.
They are wonderful judges of character, and the fact that you have bonded with this one, well, I see how close it was to Crowan. They must have given you a stamp of approval as well. So that's 2 tests that you have passed already since being here. That's quite admirable. Most people who enter our walls go through an extreme amount of mental strain. I will say there those who aren't quite up to our esteem and our standards sometimes find themselves how do I put this lightly? Mentally inept to proceed.
Psychic damage.
Yes, psychic damage. So, what is your opinion of our humble tower? No doubt you've seen a bit of what goes on here. Does it interest you at all?
It's very impressive. You guys have a very well set up system. I like the grounds, and it's lovely.
How would you feel about taking a place here? with your magical talents, I no doubt could see you a professor.
Me, a professor?
Perhaps, if you wished it, maybe even a master in some time.
That's an amazing offer. I don't really know what to say.
No need to answer now. Just know that your talents wouldn't be wasted here, should you accept. I see great things for you. But we spoke briefly in passing. I believe I said I could offer you some insight into your lineage.
So far everything that you've told me has been pretty amazing.
Well, I would be lying if I said it's not due to the fact that your lineage comes from an amazing stock. You see, are you familiar with the orbs of dragonkind?
Would I know anything about that? Should I
You
do
can roll me a
check?
history. You can roll me a history check.
Okay. 11.
Makes sense. Yeah. So you wouldn't.
I don't believe I've ever heard of them, no.
There are not many who do know about them. They are an ancient relic from a different time. But they were powerful. So powerful that a cabal of mages dedicated themselves to protecting their whereabouts, though that of which remains secrets to only the top order of echelons of mages. I myself have never been given the location, but in my dealings and through hard work and study, I have been given some knowledge. There are few orbs left remaining. The towers that once housed them were destroyed a long time ago. In fact, there are only 3 left in existence, at least last recorded.
Oh, wow.
I-
How many were started? She kind of like mutters that because she likes knowledge, so.
There were 1 for each of the chromatic dragons. You're familiar with these, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Red, blue, white, black, and green. The orbs of dragonkind were said to possess such influential power over dragons that should a mage be able to attune to one said orb, they could control all dragons that shared its color. This power, however, was too great to give to any one person, even a mage of outstanding power. So there were groups of mages who were sworn to protect not only the whereabouts, but also the orb itself, to keep it from falling into the wrong hands. even if that person had the greatest of ambitions, no one was allowed to attune to an orb of dragonkind. Your ancestor is one of those mages that protected its whereabouts.
Oh my.
Which explains why you are so attuned to magic. I'm sure you've noticed throughout your life that magic seems to just be innate to you. You've not had to study and read books and incantations and learn symbols as other wizarding students have. Am I wrong?
No, everything came pretty easily. The only thing I really ever had to study was medicine, and that was just to help out my parents. And
But
my
I'm
own
sure
interests.
even that came with some ease.
Yeah, I would say it did. My parents used to tell me I was rather gifted.
Well, they were right. Where are your parents now? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, when the village burned down, we got separated. I don't know what happened to them. Everything was gone when I came back. So, as far as I'm aware, they're no longer with us.
I see. I grieve for your loss. Now, unfortunately, this is where the extent of my knowledge of the orbs of dragonkind fall, as well as the information of your ancestors. However, I have a colleague in Silvery Moon who you no doubt are on your way to see.
Who would that be?
I totally forgot, the GM says.
It
Because, God, that was so long ago.
was a long time ago. We still had
but-
Linus.
Yeah, that was forever ago. But he does mention the same name. Shit, that was Goldenfield's time. But he does mention that same name, which I will look up later on. But
So we're both in agreement. I recognize the name, and you remember the name.
yes, we both recognize and remember the name, and there's nobody here in this room that could refute otherwise. It's just us two mages.
Some disembodied voice happens to remember for us.
Yes, yes. But yes, I did bring you here to divulge knowledge and stuff, but I admit the amount of magical energy that radiates off of you is almost stifling.
Thank you.
Almost. I don't know if I say that as a compliment, but please do not take insult to it. But it's almost as if there's two sources of it coming from you, both of which seem to vie for power to try and supersede each other. I can feel your intense desire to protect, to heal, to bring life. but it is coupled with an equal intensity to burn, to destroy. Have you had any incidents with these two forces?
Millie will sigh and she'll, kind of. There was one time when my companion had fallen in battle, and I had rushed. It was obviously an emotional moment for me. They had been through a lot with us, and when I was going over to him, I just wanted to knock down those that had hurt him and get him up. I guess my magic kind of surged in an attempt to protect myself. But while I was moving forward, I had channeled the energy for a shocking grasp in my fingertips, and it was shocking all the ground. It actually burned the ground as I was moving forward. And I didn't end up making contact with anything, so I don't really know what would have happened. But when I had made it to my companion, all I could think about was making sure that he was okay. And I had heard the entire time, in the back of my mind, I don't like an inner voice telling me, basically heal, protect, be the better person. And I listened.
The sound of it's a good thing that you did listen. For even though you wish to protect your friends and yourself, it seemed like the destructive power resonating within you wanted to consume more. Would you mind if we ran a sort of exercise? So
What
I
kind
could
of
see.
exercise?
Just something where I could see the extent of this power of yours.
Yes.
Well,
What kind of exercise would be running?
an exercise of the mind. I will, with your permission, I will enter into your mind with you. And together, we'll try to draw these two powers out. And see if we can recreate such a moment where both of them are vying for supremacy.
I guess we could do that. I don't know if you want to do that in your office, though, just in case.
He smiles. Oh, trust me, dear. There's nothing in this room that hasn't been broken before that cannot be put back together.
If you say so, and I'd just rather not destroy such a well put together office.
If it makes you feel better, perhaps we could adjourn to one of the training grounds. I'm afraid we wouldn't have much privacy there, but it's been more open.
Whatever you think is best, I will leave it to your discretion.
Perhaps it'd be better to keep it between us.
That's fine with me.
Well, if I have your permission, we can begin.
Let's get started.
All right, he leans forward in his chair, puts his elbows on the table, steeples his fingers, and looks at you. As much as your instinct will guide you to resist, this will be a whole lot easier if you let me inside willingly. Are you ready?
Ready. And she'll nod.
As soon as you see ready, say ready, your whole body seizes up. Our camera zooms into your eyes, which flash, and we pull out to Win. When you are led to the central area where a bunch of hallways branch out and kind of lead off, and you stand in the middle of a circle which depicts the multiple schools of magic. You see the symbols as well as some art all make up a piece of a circle here, and they all connect into a central circle which has a an ancient Elvis symbol for like unity. Shows that while there are differences between each arcane school of magic, all in the whole they are united in certain principles. As you step onto this circle, there is a flash of light, and you feel like you've been dropped off a cliff. Your stomach smacks up into your throat like you've just gone down a steep incline or decline of a roller coaster. You can almost feel wind whipping past you, but it's only a second. And then right after that second, you appear in a circular room where each window depicts the different arcane schools of magic. And sitting in a red velvet high-backed armchair, reading a book, sitting right across from another similar chair with a table in the center of it with a object that is covered by a dark red sheet. You see a woman who clearly radiates magic, but you feel more of a divine presence coming from her. She sits upright, like her back is straight, her posture is perfect as she's holding this book. As she does so, she does it to where she doesn't have to crane her neck. Behind her, up against the wall in an alcove, is a splendid piece or set of armor, and emblazoned on it is the holy symbol of Ilmater. You are here alone. It seemed that the escort who brought you to this area did not get transported in here with you. There is a thud as the book closes, and this woman puts it on a table next to her, and she looks up at you. Golden irises stare at you from across the way. Ah, a fellow sister of Ilmater.
Howdy.
Would you join me, please?
One will kind of hustle over and go, Of course. That's quite the drop.
I can admit that even I haven't gotten used to it. What's wrong with the door? Just a door and some stairs. That'd be fine.
Yeah, I was worried about tasting breakfast the second time. That was
That has happened. I apologize if the adequate warning was not given. But it's a pleasure to meet you. Let me introduce myself. I am Moon Lord Daviana Yauranis. I'm the master of this tower. I'm charged with its defense and its upkeep. And when I heard that there was a fellow child of Ilmater in my town, I just had to meet her.
Well, I'm Win, sweetheart. I'm out from Red Rush or Red Lurch. I've been, traveling around. I kind of spread the good word by sweets and baked goods and giving to those who are in need.
Well, I have all this tea. Baked goods would sound amazing right now. You would happen to have any on you?
Win will smile and she'll go, I mean, Ilmater's pretty adept in providing. And with my feature, it is extra delicious.
So you use the spell create food and water, and an entire array of baked goods and drinks to go with it appear, and Daviana looks absolutely delighted. Now, this is quite a spread. I see you're well adept in the ways of the divine as well. This is good news. Forgive me for getting to the short end of what I requested you here for. But you've no doubt heard of more orcish activities as well as giants in the area as of late.
I've heard and seen it. We actually, on our last stop, down the road near the hold, we ran into a dragon.
A dragon? What kind of dragon?
It was a blue one. We managed to drive it off and get the refugees inside, but it was a near thing.
I see. How big was this dragon?
I'd say he's a pretty big one, but I mean, not as big as they get.
So, it wasn't the blue dragon. I see. But even an appearance of a blue dragon this far from the Anorax is troubling.
It seemed like the storm was also helping it.
That makes sense. This is troubling information nonetheless. I called you here to enlist your services. I know you do not know me or owe me any allegiance, but a fellow child of Ilmater, I feel, would wish to see this balance restored and to see those who would suffer under current events and future events to nullify as much as we could.
I can't promise I'll immediately be able to do it. Maybe we can help each other some. My companions that I'm traveling with, they are in dire need of divine aid.
What befalls them?
Well, they recently came into possession of Noenora's hold, and it turns out that the contract, a certain dead loving prince has ties to it.
I see. And your friends have entered into dealings with this undead prince.
I think they did not realize what was going on.
Well, it is just like a devil to employ trickery. Sometimes those don't recognize just exactly what they're doing before the terms have been explained. I will not utter this undead prince's name in these walls, but if it is who I assume it to be, there is but one way out of dealings with him. He must be destroyed.
Out of character. Fuck. Sorry. In character, Win will go.
But
Win just goes, well, shit. Excuse my language. Just
no, I understand it is not an easy task to kill such devil. Destroy him wouldn't be permanent either way. But it is the only way that this deal could possibly be broken.
well, that feels like a back burner kind of problem. Hopefully, your ask is a little bit less than that.
She kind of sighs and takes a bite out of a bear claw, chomps it and swallows it down. I'm afraid what I ask puts you in direct line to possibly fulfill any type of terms. If they have made a deal with this Prince of Undeath, he no doubt waits for them to succumb to death in order to enact his part of things. So I'm afraid the task that I must ask you to partake is to keep them alive, no matter the stakes.
Well, I think I'm the right person for that job.
I do not doubt this. There are growing reports of a large orcish force that is also being headed by the Uthgard tribes people. Last we heard, they are building an army towards the northwest at the base of the spine of the world.
Actually, I have some information that might be of value to that. In Noanar's Hold, the rebels to those Uthgard tribes members have been gathering allies and forces to confront them.
Really? Well, this is unexpected good news. We have been busy with ourselves here, trying to discuss forms of action. With the increase of orcish attacks on settlements and strongholds, there's no doubt a time coming where all-out war is upon us. There are those who do not believe this threat is one to put much stock into. They do not believe that the orcs can field this type of aggression. But with the knowledge of Uthgard leaders guiding them, I think they are a bigger threat than some give credit to. The fact that the different banners of not only the Uthgard but the Orcish tribes are now being gathered under one singular banner is a feat in its own. Perhaps we can lend aid to each other, these Uthgard rebels and us.
I know you just met me, but if my word's worth anything, Kara Bearclaw, she's the right sort of folk.
She resides in Noenar's hold at this current moment.
She is.
She looks like she's running through multiple scenarios in her head. I see. I shall have to bring this up to the Hall of Elders. Perhaps they will grant me an audience. She thinks for a moment. Go ahead.
From what I've seen, it seems like there's also a problem out in the Evermores. Sorry, this is Chugman forgetting Evermores.
Yeah.
She goes, we had seen almost like a floating castle out there.
Let's see. Undoubtedly a cloud giant stronghold. Were you able to get any good eyes? Was it large? How any particular banners flown? Anything?
My companions got a better look at it than I did. They actually, it's odd that you say cloud giant because they confronted a fire giant.
It seems that there's a war happening on multiple fronts. The giants, however, no ally to us, saw fit to keep to their own after the Great War. The fact that they are becoming more and more present and attacking more areas is troubling. Troubling to the point where it feels like something larger is going on, something that we have yet become privy to. As a child of Ilmater, I seek to thwart any violence that might be done to the people of this land. I seek to stop this war before it can even start, but I am unaware of how to do just that.
I know that the Uthgard, they say that their chieftain, the one that remained in the north, he'd lost his mind or something. Maybe there's hope in freeing him if he's under some kind of control.
You would have to get to him directly. And that is a feat in its own. A large force marching towards the Uthgard would only incite war. But a small force trying to make their way against the leader, well, that's almost equally impossible. Again, she's kind of like trails off and starts, you can see that she's like thinking, running multiple scenarios in her head. She kind of shakes her head, takes another bite of a scone.
Try the
These are
cannolis,
delicious.
those are good too.
I realize now that all of this is a lot. Too much for one person to bear on their shoulders. But I am limited to those I can confide in here, at least on a belief that I hold.
Well, I'll say the folks I travel with are the right sort to try to help. It's just really getting us directed in the right place.
Perhaps there's a way we can do that. She looks at the object sitting in front of her that's covered with the red cloth. Perhaps Ilmater can show us the path. She pulls the cloth out, and sitting there is a golden orb floating just barely off of a small, like, chalice-looking pedestal. The orb itself is about the size of a bowling ball. And as she uncovers it, it's almost too bright to look at as the light hits it. It's almost as if you were staring directly into the sun on the brightest day.
And just kind of holds her hand up.
Daviana puts her hands to the side and kind of motions for you to do the same, but to put your hands palm facing towards the orb inside hers, to where the outsides would be inside her palms.
Wynn does so.
You feel a light touch of her hands. She closes her eyes. Ilmater, show us, your children, the path we must follow, so that all may see peace, and all may be well. And she puts pressure on the outside of your hands, and your palms touch the orb, and there is a flash of light as the orb kind of encompasses you guys with a glow. We go back to Millie. Millie, you now stand in darkness. A small circle of white light glows around at your feet, illuminating you from the bottom up. You see, standing across from you about 20 feet is High Sorcerer Varel. Similarly, with a bright circle around them. However, theirs extends a little more than yours, almost reaching the edge of yours.
Okay.
He speaks. This is your mind. Here you are all powerful. Here you can create, and here you can destroy. As he says this, you see two floating orbs appear. One shines with radiant light. One burns with the intensity of the hottest flame you could imagine. They circle around each other and orbit you slowly. Each time they come close to each other, there is a strange interaction with them. They meld for a moment, but then violently pull apart, only to go back to circling each other and orbiting you.
So it's almost like they're fighting as they're orbiting.
Yes.
In a way?
Yep.
Okay.
Each time you watch this, you can tell that the radiant orb has the upper hand. However, each time this happens, the lingering licks of flame last a little bit longer on the radiant orb, as if the fire one is having more of an influence with each passing touch. I'd like you to reach deep into your mind and touch that moment where you felt your magic come alive. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can do that. And she'll picture standing in the grassy meadow, running towards Zerag as the raptors, like basically your friend says, like what he said, and then they start tearing him apart.
As you envision this, it plays all around like a surrounding screen, and this whole event plays out for Varil to watch. And as we see Zerag being torn into, life leaving him, we see through your eyes almost like his spirit leave his body and get whisked away. And we see the edges of that vision start to go black for a bit and then start to burn with red hot intensity. And then that orb, that fire orb, flares up and almost engulfs the radiant orb. And there's a voice that echoes out, that same voice that you heard that beckoned you to destroy, to consume, to burn. There's a moment where that white circle of light at your feet changes into red, and a flaming circle circles around you. And you feel a pain in your chest as if somebody is sticking a red hot poker directly into your heart. And it causes you to double over. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Nat 20 for 28.
As this fire grows around you, and you're kind of doubled over on one knee, hand clutching your chest, the other one supporting your weight. You can hear a soothing melody, someone humming something. It's a woman's voice. The words that she's humming are indistinct, just so much as it just comes as a gentle vibration of sound. And you feel that piercing red hot burning in your chest cease slowly, and the radiant orb starts to glow brighter and brighter and pushes the flaming orb away, and the ground at your feet becomes more golden. It's almost as if you're standing in the middle of like a halo of radiant light. And you hear Vero like gasp with the realization. I see. You truly are a carrier of such an exquisite bloodline. But let's delve further. Why the flames? Reach out again, but nurture the flames. Nurture that feeling to consume. Let's see if we can't figure out what source you draw from.
Oh, but they wants me to specifically focus on like the destroying, right?
Yep.
She'll picture when Adelaide and when Merc had, basically got sucked away, and Adelaide and her were outside the tent, and Millie had cast the fireball and then was attempting to do it a second time.
You remember that moment. A moment of being afraid, but also being very, very angry. This is the second person that you've lost to the same person. You can feel that fire building. We see in the circular theater type screen all around in your mind palace here, we see that moment that you conjure the energy, seeping it into this staff, watching as this ball of fire explodes outwards, encompassing those lizard folk. And once again, the fiery orb engulfs into flame, and that circle around you begins to burn. This time it burns blue, like scalding flame. And you can see that the orb, the radiant orb itself, is starting to dull. You can hear Vero, yes, that feeling there. Focus on it. Feed your flame with the rage that you felt. Feel it all. Do not resist. Do you give in to the flame, or do you resist?
I think Millie at that moment would probably start to get a little bit when you feel like the anxiety welling in your chest, and you kind of get a little choked up, and you kind of want to cry, but you're holding it back.
Yep.
Millie would feel kind of like that, and then in her mind, she would probably start picturing when she went over to Zurag and was revivifying him, and how like the light shot up and then her wings came out. But she's not really fully aware of that part, as far as I'm aware. But she'd try to like play that in her mind.
Okay. So are you fighting against this fiery source then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, she's like the fire kind of frightens her a little bit, and she wants to like feel like that warm feeling that she normally feels. So she just pictured like a moment like when like her like she was that warm feeling overwhelmed her the most.
This image appears like this like it's just like a video of your of that moment playing around you, and we can see the pillar of light flashing up into the sky, your wings appearing, and you hear Vero say, "No, give in to the fire." We could feel the presence of radiance. We now need to locate the source of the flame. Let go of your instinct to protect, to save, given to that of consumption, of rage. Let your anger flow against your better judgment. Let it out.
She'll pause for a second. She'll be like, I really haven't done that very often. I don't really know what else to think of. And I guess like the only other thing that she'll like, I guess the only other time that I've used that was when we were in the hallway, where all the the things were turning rustic to stone, basilisks were.
Yeah. No, that is not enough. Think further. There must have been a moment where your rage truly formed. Let me unlock this. Give me an intelligence saving throw. As you feel him try to enter into your mind even further.
5.
There is a terrible pain in your head as the movie, quote unquote, that is playing around you goes back further than any of the moments that you have mentioned. We see a younger you rushing towards a gigantic column of smoke, rushing through forest, wincing as branches scratch your skin as you give all thoughts of self-preservation all abandoned, and you push forward running. You could smell soot and ash in the air as it rains down upon you, and as you crest over the hill, you see your hometown engulfed in flame. And as the last bit of your town is consumed by an inferno, you watch as that orb immediately bursts into a gigantic flame, almost completely consuming this radiant orb, and you feel that pain in your chest begin to emit again, and you scream, and it echoes into your out into your mind, and you watch as this image that is being shown starts to crack, and flames start to lick out from all around you. And as you slam your fist into the ground, as you double over from pain, flaming wings appear on your back, and you can feel this malice and this hate begin to overtake you. How dare somebody take something you held so precious away from you? And then you start to feel that same moment as it flashes to you bringing Zurag back, but instead turning away from his body and setting everything ablaze. You watch as all the raptors and lizard folk and Ifran himself are engulfed in this inferno as you just scream against this. Okay, that is enough. Millie, enough. You hear Veryl's voice, but it falls upon deaf ears, and you continue to scream, your screams echoing and increasing in intensity as the fire begins to burn more around you. And soon there's only a flashing white hot inferno that erupts and engulfs you. And it seems like it's going to consume you and take away everything that you are. And then you hear a voice. That isn't who you are. You are kind. You are a healer. You are the sunshine after a stormy rain. You are happiness. Your burden that you carry does not define who you are. You have proven this every day. And this voice, as it's saying this, becomes two voices. You hear a woman's voice and a man's voice. And suddenly, through all the cracks and the flames, that an image appears once more, almost as if somebody turns on a broken TV. We can see just the images through the cracks in the screen. And there's the picture of your mother and your father standing there, proud of your first moment where a healing spell came to you and you healed the cut of a small boy, a friend you used to have. You see the joy and the happiness in their eyes. And you know that this was the start of the moment that they fully brought you into their medical practice and began to teach you all the skills that you know today. And almost as if these two forms, it's just a memory, but almost as if they are speaking to you directly. Your light shines brighter than any flame ever could. Do not let that light go out. And you see this from inside this flaming orb, that radiant one begins to shine more and more. And you reach out and you put your hand into the fire and grab this radiant orb. And there is a explosion of energy. And you come out of the darkness of your mind, and you and Veryl both are thrust into chairs, and the expulsion of energy just destroys the room. Books are flying everywhere. Pages are raining down. Trinkets and knickknacks are smashed, and there's a moment where High Sorcerer Veryl is breathing heavily, kind of slouched in his chair, hair all disheveled, robes like just, he looks nowhere near what he had just looked moments ago. And he looks up and he smiles. Bigger than he had smiled previously. You know, he's kind of always had this perpetual grin on, but this is the smile of someone who has just had an epiphany. Wonderful. Truly spectacular. Your power, Millie. You have the power to change the world. We flash back over to when and the Moon Lord as they are having a vision. Their eyes are rolled to the back of their head as a light encompasses them and almost transports them like a floating bubble. And
Does Liv mom?
there's yeah. There
I just slammed
is
several burritos. Sorry.
fuck yeah, dude. I wish I had some burritos. But a bubble of energy carries you across miles and miles of terrain, and you find yourself at the base of a long chain of mountains, snow-covered mountains. The ground around you is frozen in ice. It's quiet except for the wind that picks up every now and then, carrying light dustings of snow that have gathered along the ground. As these wisps of snow travel, your bubble does so as well. And you cross more miles of just frozen tundra. All seems smooth and undisturbed for the longest time. And then you see large footprints stamped into the ground. Then you see blood. Lots of blood. As your bubble travels, a blizzard picks up, and your vision almost becomes too obscured to see. But you could hear a great commotion coming from up above, or up in front of you. And through the murkiness, but the blizzard, through the blistering snow and wind, you see the unmistakable shape of a dragon's head. However, it doesn't move the way a dragon's head would move. It's too upright, too rigid, and the way it turns is not synonymous with a creature having a long neck. In fact, as you get closer to this image, it's not a living dragon head. Instead, it's a dragon's skull. And it is being worn like a helm on top of a frost giant's head. This frost giant fights with the strength of 10 giants. But what he fights is still obscured to you. You float for a moment directly in front of this frost giant's face, and he stares at you, yet doesn't seem to see you. He looks through you. The eyes glow with the strength of a blizzard behind them, and you can see, even though he has wounds decorating down from his chest to his torso, he smiles as if he is reveling in this fight, which goes without saying, as he seems to be dressed in that of like Viking regalia. The furs that he wears have clearly been collected from great beasts. He has a necklace of assorted fangs and horns, and of course the dragon skull that he wears on his head. He shifts it a little bit with his free hand, the other hand holding this vicious looking axe that looks like it's been made out of steel and dragon bones. Its blade itself glimmering with a sharpness that looked like it could cut even a mountain directly in half should he will it. And you watch as he opens his mouth and he furrows his brow and he yells in a war cry, and he starts to run, and he runs past you, kind of like blowing you away with the wind of the speed that he moves into. And as you right yourself and you turn, you see a fire giant, a hill giant, a storm giant, all the other types of giants rushing at him to meet him into battle. And as he clashes his blade with them, there's a flash, and you guys are back in the tower.
They were they were fighting.
They were. They really were. We might have an ally amongst the giants. We must seek his aid.
I agree. If there's any kind of wedge we can drive in them at this point, we need them. We need them to stop. But if we can slow them down,
We could have the missing information we need to understand why this is even happening. Knowledge is power.
well, I have a direction. Do you have a name?
You didn't hear it on the wind?
I did not.
Give me a perception check there, Win.
Go in. That's a 18.
Now that you think about it, it almost plays in your subconscious. The wind was whispering it to you. This giant's name is Harshnag.
Word for Garga, and I was gonna lose my shit. Confirmed, worlds are connected. Harsh.
I don't want to go up anywhere near that place. If it is Garga, he can fucking swing.
Harsh nag. I'm just putting it in group chat at this point. When we'll say Harshnag?
Yes, that is the name I kept hearing. A giant that fights other giants. And it looks like he has no love for the dragons. Well, that goes without saying with giants, but he seemed to be well decorated with trophies. So perhaps if the dragons have something to do with this, he will know.
Well, we're heading north by Silver Moon anyways. Seems like we have a few directions to go, but I don't want to sit on this one too long. It looks like they're already trying to, I don't know, bully him into compliance.
Perhaps. Will you take on this task? This task gifted by Ilmater. Will you find Harshnag?
I believe I can do that, yeah.
She looks like resolute and nods. I shall shall aid you in the only way I can at the moment. And she walks over to where her armor is, and pulls off something that's hanging around like the neck area, and brings over an amulet of Ilmater. This has seen me through many struggles. May it see you through the ones that you are soon to face.
Are you sure?
Yes. I have benefited from its presence for long enough. Something tells me that you need it now more than I do. And she hands it to you.
One will kind of take it. So like kind of run her fingers over like the twinned hands that are kind of tied together by that ribbon, which is the holy symbol of Ilmater. I shan't let you down, Moon Lord. Winwood seems to be looking for the words, and she goes, hopefully when I talk to Harshnag, I can come back with good news, and maybe we can prevent a war.
I hope we can.
And then there's a boom upstairs, and Wynn goes,
Yeah.
gotta go pick up my my Millie.
So yeah, there is a boom up from the the building. It kind of shakes a little bit, but you see that Daviana like doesn't really like flinch at this because it's like, oh,
Wizard school,
wizards.
they blow up a lot.
Yeah. Perhaps there's something else I can do to aid you. Let's get your friend and I'll show you.
Real quick, your mic is staticking.
Oh, how about now?
Still.
No?
Yeah.
Gotta love Discord. How about now?
Still bad.
How about now?
Maybe try muting and unmuting the mic just in case it's on the hardware's end.
Hello? Hello?
No,
Is it working?
it we can still hear you. It's just like, yeah, there's a bit of like a static to it.
Hold on. I'm gonna leave and come back.
Sylvan, get ready.
I didn't do it.
How about now?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah. Hooray! Okay.
What did I have to do?
I didn't know if it was gonna remove his picture from the overlay.
It might for a brief second,
nope.
but that's fine.
We're good.
So, you follow the Daviana, and
As they're leaving, Wynn will go. The leftover food you can give out to the students if you want.
I'm sure they will appreciate that. They've been hard at work here, and so we cut back as you guys are walking over, And already, Mill, you see in this room that with just like a wave of his hand, things start to get put back together as they were. Books float into their spot and neatly rest on the bookshelf. The papers all neatly start to stack themselves up together. And things that, like little knickknacks and objects that were broken, begin to mend themselves as if the whole room is under a like continuous mending spell.
It's happened before.
Yeah. It has happened before.
I guess I didn't have anything to worry about with your office. That's good.
To be honest, I'm glad we decided to do this here. Might have had a bit of more of an ill effect on the students who weren't ready for it.
I honestly didn't expect it to be that much. As Millie nervously laughs.
As I stated, your power is tremendous. And it is yours to do with what you wish. But I would be remiss if I did not ask you to lend such a power into righting many wrongs that stretch across this world.
Well, you're kind of in the process of doing that. We've encountered many giants and orcs and trolls trying to harm nearby towns, a dragon, and so far we've managed to keep as many as we can safe. Me and my party.
It's good to know. However, I do not just mean of matters of battle. Well, not with swords and shields, but more so with words and wits. I am part of an organization that strategically works the finer machinations of certain lords and nobility and otherwise influential members of this world. We dabble in many secrets. Secrets that might possibly be of interest to you. Perhaps you would join us.
What? I guess what's the group? What do you guys do? What does it entail?
He kind of sighs a little bit, seemingly kind of just like annoyed about what he's about to say. He's like, I'm sure you have undoubtedly heard of the Harpers.
Like the stereotypical, like she puts her hand on her head and she's just like, I honestly haven't heard much about you guys, about that.
Well, that is by design. But some of those who gain ranks with us have a bit of a bigger mouth than I would like. And however, some information has been leaked. Mainly just the name and a little bit of what we do. But so far we've been able to keep our secrets just that. There is something on the wind. There seems to be a disturbance in the force, so to say, of the world. perhaps our paths lead towards the same end. And it would do us a great service if you would join us with your abilities and reaching our goals.
May I ask what your goals are?
The extent and details of them vary from person to person. But ultimately, we wish to see imbalance righted, balance restored. Those who have power not abuse it, and those who do not have it are heard and not forced to seek ill forms of gaining such power.
I see. Well, and with some of the work that my companions and I have been doing, it sounds like some of that is in alignment. But I do have some goals that I need to achieve as well, and I don't know if, like, will that be a conflicting matter?
I assure you, any personal goals that you harbor are yours to seek out, to fulfill. We do not wish to stifle, only embolden. We hold control over many, many secrets, some of which there have been many who have died to keep.
It sounds like you guys have been around the block a few times, so to speak.
Yes. We've circled it quite a few times. I must say, though, I can only offer this invitation once. So, if you choose to, you may join us. But if you choose not to, this will be the last time that I can offer the invitation.
I understand. Do I have a little bit of time to think about it, or do I have to make my decision now?
I wish I could give you time. But it is pertinent that you answer now, so as I can keep our secrets guarded should you say no. You
That makes sense.
understand?
Yes, that makes sense. Can we pivot to another group while I think about it for a minute?
We pivot to the cart crew.
As they're doing drifting in the road.
Threg's
So you
throwing these boggles that are half-eaten pieces of bread to people.
So there's a trail of death behind you as Zurag has been murdering people with bagels as he throws them at them. No, as you guys are like kind of going around the cart, just like spinning the block a few times, there are a number of people that come up to you and want some treats. It's almost like people chasing after an ice cream truck. some even like some people come up and they want to pet the horses who are just like overjoyed to have people paying attention to them, and are just snarfing down apples every time they're giving some. They're joyfully winning and stuff. People seem very, very like happy to see you guys as you were going by, and they're all delighted with the treats that you give them. And this this crowd of like joyous faces that you continue to meet are broken up occasionally by a few sour pusses who are kind of just like glaring at you. And then there's one person that you would recognize. You saw them in Nightstone. You saw them with Ephraim's caravan. And you see this dark-haired woman who you know belongs to the Seven Snakes. She comes up to the cart, puts down a few coins for something to eat. And she stares at Adelaide. There's a crowd of people all around you. She doesn't have any weapons pulled or anything like that, but she stares. I don't know what you did to manage to get Ifran off your case. I don't understand why the lizard folk would be so keen as to just let you go after fighting or making their leader disappear. But what I do understand is the way the network deals with things. And I know a few people who are going to be interested in learning about the disappearance of Ifran and just who's responsible. So enjoy your moments of freedom or bliss or whatever feeling you're feeling, thinking that you got one over on us. But I can guarantee you, you're not out of the web yet. And our web stretches far. And there are many deadly spiders waiting to gobble up flies like you. She grabs a pastry and bites into it. Crumbs falling down her chin.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
Oh shit. This is the last time you guys don't have chili.
Adelaide looks at her and just kind of smirk, like with a smirk on her face. She's like, would you like another pastry to go?
Yes, I would.
These are delicious.
As Adelaide says that, Ressig is
You're quite good.
gonna use Druidcraft to make a harmless sensory effect where as soon as she bites into the pastry, she just smells skunk.
Oh,
She you see her nose wrinkles up. And she says kind of loudly, I think this one's gone rotten. And just walks away.
One is 75 meters from your location. One is 74 meters from your location. Why is there a halfling flying out of that tower just screaming, what the fuck did you say about my food?
Ow.
Just airdrop yourself in from the top of the tower.
But yeah, she just kind of disappears into the crowd, not breaking eye contact until you can no longer see her anymore.
What did you do to that woman?
I made her smell skunk ass. Or were you talking to Adelaide?
I was talking to Adelaide, but that was
Okay.
he wouldn't have known that went on
We
either.
didn't do anything. I just gave her a pastry, and then she looks at Resic.
Yeah, but she's
And it's
hunting
before.
you.
Doesn't mean you should make it taste like skunk.
Oh, I didn't make it.
If Win hears about it,
I didn't make it taste like skunk. She just smelled it. That's all. Just
well,
Never
kinda
seen Win
deserves-
angry. Don't fuck with her food.
Yeah. Oh. She's gonna
As
spread
the-
the word that Win's food is stinky.
I'm gonna write a bad Yelp review.
Yeah.
Win takes 77 psychic damage at a bad Yelp review.
And dies.
damn.
As like the crowds begin to clear, you guys pass by like a notice board, and you can't help but notice that plastered on them, some of them in multiples with differing dates that extend back, months at a time. You see missing person reports. There's like there's small drawings and depictions of people, all ranging in ages, but most of them seem to be younger, like teenage. The youngest one being 8. And all of them share the same like details, just vanished without a trace.
And you said,
Well, looks like a lot of kids go missing here.
It doesn't seem like it's from here. It seems like they're from Silvery Moon.
and you said they span for months of time.
Yeah. Yeah, like the ones that are doubled up, like they'll have like separate dates written on them, like when they were posted. And like some of them, like there's like 2 or 3, and the months, it's been like 2 or 3 months.
And that's always fun. Wasn't there a bunch of people? No, there were sheep disappearing from the place in. Was it Wamford?
Yeah.
Okay, that was sheep, not people.
Oh, no. Actually, it was people. There was some people, but like mostly sheep. I'm gonna make a correction here. Not Silvery Moon, Jalanthar. Jalanthar. That is actually to the east, directly east from Everlund.
That's like the end of the road going towards Sundapar, right? It's where that
Correct.
road ends, and then it hits the foothills.
Yep.
Seems like there's wicked everywhere in the world.
Is it like a big city too that the kids are disappearing from?
Jalanthar is not incredibly big. Where'd you go? It's more like a village. But But I guess give me a history or just an intelligence. See how much you know about Jalanthar.
Could I assist with that?
You can make one yourself if you'd like.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a +0.
Don't worry, I think I'm right there. You said history?
History or just like a straight intelligence?
Right. That's a 9.
That is a 16. With my also
Okay.
+0.
So Jalandhar is like it's a small village. It's usually used as like a riverbank way stop for barges that travel down the Ralvin River. The people that live there live in like stone cottages that have mud sealed timber roofs that are covered to like resist burning. And their homes are kind of like almost like akin to like hobbit holes. They're half buried in the ground and usually mistaken for grassy knolls. You know that there's the hills of Jalandhar are riddled with caves, which could either be used for refuge should the village come under attack, or it could be crawling with creatures. Who's to say without actually going there? It's really all you would know about it with a 16.
Grassy knolls is a weird subspecies of knoll.
Grassy.
When Wind gets killed, we all know I deserve it.
It'll be all right.
And would I know that it's closer to Sundabar?
Yes, yeah, with a 16, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'd have to take this up with everyone once they get back. I mean, there's definitely things that we could do to help, but we've got so many places to go and not enough time to get there.
Must say, for as hostile as the innkeeper was, everybody here seems pretty nice.
Oh, there's
Aggle, please.
still some people that seem to have give us weird looks, but I wonder if that has anything to do with what our innkeeper friend said and our little visitor that seems to have a bone to pick with Adelaide. Might be of the same group.
Probably.
I don't know.
It's okay. Everyone that I see that looks like they're giving us a bad eye like that, I'll just make them smell skunk fart as we drive around.
Not my carriage! Not my carriage!
It's okay. Everyone else is enjoying it. It's just those few people who
Wynn
are
worked
scouting.
hard for her 5 stars. She worked real hard. She got to level 9 on that 5-star.
When you get a ping in your head and someone has left you a review, and you open it and it's 1 star.
Wynn is just having a mental
Pastries smell
breakdown.
like skunk.
She just whips out like 2 of the hardest baguettes ever. Like swords just ready to beat some ass.
Hops out of the tower, falls hundreds of feet.
Superhero landing.
Superhero.
Bad for your knees.
Slaps
Lands on a
Death
muffin.
Ward, slams it to the ground, gets up.
Yep.
Oh, I like
Let's
that.
go back. Let's go back. Let's go back over to the tower. With Millie and High Sorcerer Valoran.
Well, if it won't conflict with my goals, and you guys are genuinely good people, and I think I would be willing to help you guys out. So yeah, I will join.
Perfect. I am enlightened to hear it. There is a ceremony of sorts to initiate you. But I can do the basics here. It won't take but a moment. You aren't afraid of a pinprick, are you?
Is this a blood ritual? I've
a
already
cult!
had some
It's a
problems with that.
Everything's a cult. It doesn't matter. Just pick one.
Everything's a cult. Just pick one. That sounds terrible.
We have cookies on Thursdays. What day is it? Oh, look at that. It's Thursday. We have cookies.
These taste suspiciously like Wynn's cookies.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a stamp of Wynn's Bakery on a big box of cookies. I bought these last night. Charming little cart.
Make sure you leave a 5-star review. She thrives on those.
But no, ultimately, if you choose to go through this, the well, for lack of a better term, the ritual is essentially giving your oath to secrecy.
Okay.
And to following the Harper way.
Well, I mean, probably just being a good person, I imagine, based off of what I'm aware of. Yeah.
Yep. The where to go?
You do have to punch children at least once a week, though. That is,
Yeah,
it's
sometimes
a
you just
weird
gotta
one.
punch
She
them.
already kind of does. Slip and fall.
So no, the Harpers seek to maintain balance between all things civilization and nature, societal order, and personal liberty.
Okay.
They
I was just
strive
making
to
a joke
eliminate
about how she
tyranny and
accidentally sold her soul.
Yeah, no, yeah, I get you. But yeah, I mean, he says this, like, he's like, you know, he asked you, like, do you will you seek to maintain balance between all things civilization and nature, societal order, and personal liberty? Will you strive to eliminate tyranny and foster goodness in the realms?
Yes, I will.
Do you swear to punch children once a day?
I thought it was once a week.
I've altered the deal.
Some days we don't even see another human being. That'd be rough.
What constitutes as a child? That's another question.
Resting.
I mean, now that I'm an elf, I'm only like in my
kids are
20s.
disappearing. This is why the kids are disappearing, because the people just grab one kid because they have to punch him every day.
You stay in the basement. I have to meet a quota.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Kids are like, I don't want to go outside. There's wizards that keep punching me.
I mean,
Well, there, Sonny. Hello.
I mean, as a
It doesn't seem to hurt very
technicality,
much as they aren't very strong, but I still don't like it.
I mean, as a technicality,
wizards
Rezig
are
is
strike,
24,
Zero damage.
and in elven terms, 24 is a child. So
The man is a child. The kids try to escape the wizards, but they just keep fucking teleporting into their homes and punching them anyways.
They apparate in the house, punch the kid, just apparate out.
Yeah. Morning, Tim. Ah!
Why they could have done
The wizard
early.
punched me in the face again. Sure they did, little Timmy.
I told you to stop getting in fights at school. You know what? You'll get the switch. I hate the
No,
wizards.
Mama, no. But like,
That's how the Zentrum were born.
essentially, along with this, you were sworn to secrecy, Billy. Like, he even explains that, you know, unless circumstances deem it appropriate, your companions can't really know anything about this.
Okay.
And while you are free to pursue your own interests and stuff like that, there will come a time where you are called upon and tasked with the task for the organization.
Makes sense.
This he claims will probably still interest your party, and they would have no problems. They should have no quarrel following you. Yeah, pursuit of a magical item or something of the sorts.
Makes sense.
Something that would be highly rewarded, but the details might be a little obscure to them.
Can do.
All right. Well, if you sign here, dot this, and initial here. Here's your keys to your new house.
Oh,
Just
not
He's
again.
a kid that you need to punch.
Here's a dossier of all the children here. These ones have yet to be punched.
Do I actually get another house?
You don't get a house. Just a cat. Just a winged cat.
Cool.
You do now have power at Noinar's hold, seeing as Merc is rotating it fast enough in his grave to generate power.
Yep.
As you join the enemy faction.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
just thinking about that. I'm like, how do you feel about having a Zentrum buried in the basement of my house?
Sounds like
With
a good
honor.
place for him.
Well, I do too. That's where I buried my Zentrum.
Probably more than one.
But
This guy's been
but,
at it for a while.
Wynn and Millie are both brought together, and High Sorcerer Varel bows to you, Millie, and bids you farewell for now, and says hello to Daviana before just taking their lead, or their leave
Wynn
rather.
will go, Mister, before you leave, and she'll toss him, cannoli.
I was afraid I wasn't going to get one of those. We got cookies, but no cannolis. These are my favorite. Thank you very much.
And time. When it just has like a sack of like baked goods from the 45 pounds of food Trade Food makes.
Good
She's just
lord.
She gets it like 4 times a day too. It's
Yeah.
horrifying.
Good lord.
So
Probably before leaving his office, Millie would probably also say, once things are settled down on my goals and things, I wouldn't be opposed to being maybe like an adjunct professor here and there, helping out, or, coming in and learning some things and then going back to my town, because she'd probably also bring up the fact that, she's a Hunt Lord of Nonar's Hold and wouldn't mind, having some trade going on there. Pump the town.
he says, these halls are yours to explore anytime you deem necessary. Good luck on your travels.
Thank you.
So he departs, and Daviana introduces herself to you, Millie. Moon Lord Daviana Yauranus. She shakes your hand with a firm handshake, and kind of smiles. I see both of our business concluded well.
And she'll say it's very nice to meet you, and that's good to hear.
Good. Well, I suppose there's only one last thing to do. Follow me. And she takes you guys to another circular chamber. This one is high atop the tower. You end up in not the very top, but almost near the top. You guys enter into an area that is being currently looked over by another male mage, and he quickly stands at attention as Moonlord enters, and she just smiles and kind of waves him down. That's okay, Nespro. Just showing some new folks here our circles. Did you get a cookie? There are cookies in the break room, apparently. And he's like, no, I didn't even know there was cookies.
Remember to leave a 5-star on Welp.
Welp.
Oh, all right. Welp, I will. So you walk past this guy who turns as you do so, and like Daviana kind of stops and waits, and you see he mutters an incantation and does some movements with his hands, and the wall that he was standing up against begins to like unfurl, like small bits of stone start to fold in on each other, and then archway opens, and a long walkway that seems to be just suspended over darkness and abyss extends out into the middle of a room where there is a circle that has arcane glyphs inscribed in it. Daviana looks over her shoulder and she says, seeing as you are assisting us in many ways, and it seems that a new member is amongst us, you are privy to access this, the gem of this tower, our teleportation circle. This particular circle is connected to 5 others. It can take you anywhere should you wish to go there. The circles connected with this one are in Mirabar, Neverwinter, Waterdeep, Loudwater, and Yarter. In any of these establishments, or cities rather, speaking the password to those who guard it will gain you access, and you can transport between them to any place that you wish that I just listed.
What's the password?
Password?
Oh,
She looks at you.
One.
She looks at you coyly. I believe you already know the password.
It's password.
Shit.
It's 1, 2, 3.
No. Password 1, 2, 3.
Do not forget a special character as well as a capitalized letter.
Lowercase. And numbers, of course.
But no repeating characters.
Cannot be your last name with a silly number added.
Every 6 months you have to update that password.
Just spell your name backwards.
But no, the way the password works is, and Millie, you will be the other one privy to this. It is hidden and only can be seen by those of in the Harpers. And
the blood
usually, yeah, that's the blood ritual. So whenever you are in one of these cities and need to use the teleportation circle, you just appear there, speak the password, and use it.
Okay. One other question.
Yes.
So, like, the Zentrum had, like, a symbol. Do I get one of those too, or no?
No, the Harpers would not want you to have any type of like distinguishing physical object that could be stolen or anything that's going to signify you as a Harper. I know in traditional lore they do, but I do not wish for that to be so in my world.
Well, Harpers also get hunted, so they don't want to flash
Yeah.
their identities as, like, the Zentrum are like, they use it as an intimidation tactic.
Yeah, you weren't showing up, flipping out a badge, but like Harper business. Like, there's like subtle
I just
ways.
meant if I needed to work with
Yeah.
other people in the organization. I don't
you
know how
get
this works.
you get the inclination that like you would know, like something because of.
I'll have my people call your people.
Not only that, but it's like. It's really hard to like explain it, but it's like you did the ritual and stuff like that. It's like it's when you look at somebody, you're like, okay, they're in the know, you know. Like
Okay.
you'll know.
Okay.
But yes, they say that that you may utilize these. You must be present to do so, Millie. Nobody can just walk up, and you get that with what you discussed with Vero and stuff like that. Like anybody who tries to enter this place who isn't up to the task will probably have an excruciatingly bad time. But you can now extend that that invitation.
So, like, I can bring people with me through the teleportation circles
Correct. Yeah.
without them being a member of the Harpers.
Correct.
Okay.
And then I mean after that the Moon Lord, you know, sets you out and wishes you luck.
I take it she's a member, right?
She is.
Wynn is Harper adjacent, just because he's a priest of a good god.
Yep. So you two leave this tower. I will tell you before we get too far away from it. When this is the amulet of the devout, +2.
Oh my god! Hell yeah! Also, holy crap! That lady just gave Wynn. She's like, "I like the cut of your jib, kid. Here's this priceless artifact."
Well, something tells her that you are on a very perilous journey.
Wynn
And,
looks at it and goes, "Oh shit! I've been given a very perilous task."
And you literally just told her that your party has made a deal with with the Orcus, and she said you must keep them alive at any cost. So, after this, you guys meet up with each other. Do you wish to depart now, or is there any type of like shopping or anything you guys need to do before leaving?
Wynn will walk up to Millie and go, "Hey, how you feeling today? You feeling all right?"
I think I'm feeling alright. Broken up sleep's never ideal. How about you? How are you feeling?
Well, you know, I just thought you needed a hug, and Wynn will give her a hug, and as she's giving her a hug, there'll be a mumbling. She goes, "You know, just making sure you'll be all right, okay? You know."
Oh my gosh, is this because we can't get our souls fixed yet?
When it's like, okay, someone who outranks me just told me keep them alive.
Would there?
Really, we'll give her a hug back, obviously, and it's just like, today's the day. We're gonna be fine. I believe it. Feel it.
Find amulet of devout. I'll find it.
What were you saying over there, Sobin?
I was wondering if there would be a place to possibly acquire a little bit more high quality ranged weapon, since we just fought a dragon and didn't really do shit to it with this bow I have.
We have
Uh,
Yes, Ressig does.
whatever, Ressic.
Riska's got all the money.
In the
How
bag
much
of
money do we
holding.
get selling these boggles?
Oh yeah, why don't we roll?
They're not priced.
You didn't.
We're
You
selling
didn't
them.
say to give them away. Like,
Yeah.
we're making money. You're gonna get back, and there's gonna be.
My non-profit charity is being ruined.
You shouldn't have left it with us.
Let's roll me a just a charisma. I'll say with advantage because you're all kind of part of it.
How about we call it tips?
Yeah, we'll call it tips.
I
What's
think
how many
I-
tips you guys got.
I have a +1.
I
The
believe
fantasy-
one.
The fantasy IRS is gonna come for Win. They're gonna take her away.
Does it? What's yours, Adelaide?
You said you were a non-profit. No, but I am.
What's your charisma? Oh,
It could be tips for all the edible glitter.
oh God! All right, let's go at charisma at advantage. Hiya! Son of a bitch!
I'm just gonna discuss myself free food.
Well, Chug,
So
your curse has moved.
Is everyone allowed to roll?
no, just the people who were doing it, and you made 1 gold in tips, mostly in the form of copper.
Awesome.
So let's just say a gold's worth of copper.
Someone's getting assaulted by the tip jar when Win gets there.
That's gonna go right back to Win. We're gonna be like, hey Win, look what we got for you. We sold all of your baked goods.
But there in Everlund, there's no nothing more really than like your basic weaponry and stuff like that. But everybody kind of directs you to Silvery Moon.
Okay. I'm looking on the map at all the locations we can get to. Where the hell is Loudwater?
Me, I'm just trying to add the amulet to my character sheet.
Where the fuck is it?
Let's see. By the Delambere Vale. Oh, it's right here. South of the High Forest. I'm picking it right now.
We're not on the same map.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, shit. My bad.
Oh, okay. There it is.
I didn't see the pig. Ah, there.
I see it.
He's just continually doing.
Now I see it.
Yep.
Now I have found it.
I'm just gonna mark them. So it was Loudwater.
Loudwater, Mirabar, Neverwinter, Waterdeep, and Yartar.
Yeah.
And
There's obviously one for Everlund.
Millie just has to spend a year casting it every single day, and knowing ours hold, so we have our own. That's all.
I heard Neverwinter.
Yeah.
No. Loudwater. Did I say Neverwinter? I don't remember what I
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
Mirabar, Neverwinter, Waterdeep, Loudwater, and Yartar.
Yep.
Doing my best to mark him. Mirror bar.
And,
No, we're mirror
yeah,
bars.
obviously Everlund.
Yartar's such a weird one.
Mirabar's up north, just south of the spine of the worlds. Yeah.
Oh, mirror bar's where we need to go
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah. That will be a big help. We don't have to
Aren't
hike.
you glad you visited the tower?
I am. I wanted to do it from the beginning.
Winds can choke on that amulet at the devout. We don't need to go. Mm-hmm. How'd that work out for you, bud?
Well, you see, so Chugman's still sitting here going like, dude, that guy is shady as fuck. Because he's like, embrace the evil energy now. and I'm like,
And did
meanwhile, Wynn's having like biscuits and cake with like the nicest fucking cleric of Illuminator. And she's just like, sup, girl? And the other, the Moon Lord's like, sup?
and did anyone else miss the fact that he didn't actually say where the fuck your power came from?
Yep.
Just said, you have the power to change the world. The fuck does that mean?
He wants Millie for an orb of dragon kind. I follow. I catch hints.
Mystery. But yeah.
If I got a
you
dragon,
guys-
I'm fine with it.
Do you guys want to set out or what?
I think so.
As
But when
the
it's
plan
going to,
initially.
she's going to stop at one thing first and go, "Oh, what's that?" And she points at the jar.
well, people were so happy with the pastries you were telling us to sell, and so they left us tips in the jar, and this is for you. And hands over the bucket full of copper that equals 1 gold. And I would also tell Millie and Wynn both about the flyers we saw, the missing people posters.
Let's head on the road, and I think we all have probably a lot to talk about.
We gonna go help
And
the
also-
kids?
Well, that is two
good.
different directions now, ain't it?
says- Yeah, yeah.
So
Oh, before I forget, resting. I'm kidding.
Bring it on. Go ahead and roll for an attack with an unarmed
Yeah.
strike. I want to see this. Let's go.
when who's a halfling was like, I really didn't like that tower. Every once in a while, someone just walk up and punch me. It was weird.
I want to see
And then they go,
that.
oh, halfling, sorry.
I'm gonna bring this back over. As you guys are making your way towards the gate, Millie, you see the group of teens that tried to rob you, and you get the strong urge to punch them.
Actually, if they are there, Wynn is going to toss the bucket at them. Not like
Which
not
button?
hit
Oh,
them,
the
but like
copper?
you just throw all the money at them.
Oh, okay. They scramble to collect the coins that fall out.
Bucket. Cost the money. Always hold on to the bucket.
Wynn will go, live your lives well now, you hear? And then, also here's a scone. And she starts handing out food.
Little did you know that bucket is the bucket of magic missile. Anything poured out of it turns into a magic missile. So 100 magic missiles just murder an entire group of teens. But you guys head to the northwest gate, which is the gate to Silvery Moon.
Wynn will go, Wynn will have, while the riding, explained what she saw. she'll go, so we're in a bit of a pickle.
What's that?
What is a pickle? Is it like a boggle?
It's a horrible-
like a bottle.
well, as Wynn says this, says we're in a bit of a pickle.
He
We
dies.
She dies. We zoom out to see the group now walking, and we see their form silhouetted against the backdrop of this tall, expansive mountain chain in the distance that can be seen from here. And that's where we're in tonight.
Meanwhile, Millie is like reading through her NDA. It's all just glowing letters in front of her. She's just like, "Yep, okay,
Yeah.
can't talk about that."
I have to figure out how to add this amulet of devout.
You type Amulet of the
on-
Devout on D&D Beyond and add it to your inventory. Do that first.
Well, I have to change my character.
Well,
I mean, you don't need it. You don't have to have it if you don't want it. I'll just take it back.
Well, let's not get crazy here.
How do I add my flying cat to my? I got the D&D Beyond part, but I don't have it in the.
Well, I can
Foundry.
do that here. Let me sign us off. Thank you, chat, for hanging out with us and sticking around. I hope you had fun. We'll see you guys next time Sunday night over here on the Rain of Storms, and I wish you all a good night. Have a good week coming up. Come back over here for our other streams that we do. It's always a fun time. I believe this Wednesday we are back in Rhyme.
yep.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. So, nothing crazy ever happens over in Rhyme. So, come for a nice chill session. But yes, we will see you somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep. We are Disorderly Decisions. I am Vader the Mad, sending you much love. I have altered the deal. Pray I do not alter it further.
A good night,
Disorder.
everyone. Disorder.
Good night.
Good night.
Time to raid.
Raid!